going on, guys? So in today's video we're going to be installing a 2.5-inch rough country leveling kit on my 2006 GMC Sierra. Currently got the stock keys turned all the way up. It was like that when I bought it, and it honestly does not ride that good. It's pretty harsh on certain bumps. It probably has the original shocks on it as well, so that's going to be a big upgrade swapping those things out. So I'm very curious to see how much ride quality we will gain with aftermarket keys and shocks, and hopefully retain, if not raise up the front some more. Because we got a new wheel and tire setup coming for this truck very soon, and we're gonna need it as tall as possible to clear these things. I'm super stoked. You'll definitely be ready for that video. It's gonna look absolutely amazing, but I'm not super familiar with the leveling kit, so I'm gonna give y'all my honest opinion because y'all here experiencing it with me. So if you don't know what torsion keys are, it's these guys right here. We're going to be replacing these, but as you see, my bolts are all the way up. I've already put a ton of liquid wrench all over these things because we're going to have to take this out after we use our torsion key removal tool. Then we're going to have to push the bars up and actually remove this key, and a lot of times these will be super rusty and you just can't get them off until you let it soak in some liquid wrench for a while. But anyways, we got to get Chomper looking a little more beefy because Larry's over here kind of flexing on it, I'm not going to lie. Let's get this truck inside, get the install started. Let's get some quick measurements before we check out the kit. So the front is currently sitting at right at 5 3/4. Check the rear. We're right at 5 1/2. So currently about a 1/4 inch higher in the front. That's with the stock 1-inch block and the front torsion keys completely cranked. Here's our new kit though. Got our new shocks, front, rear, new bushings for them. There's our new keys, key removal tool. You can rent these at any of your auto parts stores. I think this one was 80 bucks, but you get your money back when you return it as long as it's in the condition that it was when you got it. Here's our rear blocks, 2-inch versus the 1. So if you want to have that factory style rake, you can install those and bring the butt up. But we're pretty much ready for the install, so we're going to go ahead and jack the truck up and get to removing the stock keys. Now that we've got it in spaceship mode, we've got all the weight off of the front suspension, so now we can actually remove our keys using this key removal tool, which it looks absolutely massive. I hope this thing fits in there. But yeah, we're good to go. Got jack stands and a jack up front just in case. So there's probably about a million different ways that you can actually do this, but this is just the way that I do it. Feel free to do it any way you want to, but all you're gonna need is an 18 mil for that bolt and then a 27 mil if you've got this same tool for this guy right here. So what I like to do is you can just go ahead and let this completely loose. We've got it, the truck off the ground, everything, there's no pressure on it. Just go ahead and take this screw all the way loose. You can actually take this bolt all the way out, put this in. There's 2 dimples, one for that screw and one further back or on the outside that is for this tool. There's a hole up top on the frame. There is this guy right here. This came with it, but it does not fit over the top. I don't know if it's because it's brand new or it's been or I don't know what, but anyways, there is a hole up here that this will hold in. Just be careful. And it was fun. I've already done this side. It was a little bit fun getting this around the exhaust over there, but I did get it done. So now all we've got to do is push this up high enough to where we can get this little crossover piece out. Take this guy out. Now we're going to slowly loosen this all the way down. Take off. Now we got to take our key out of this torsion bar. So just, you might have to hit it with a hammer or whatever. My other one was loose. There we go. Just push that forward, the torsion bar a little bit forward. There we go. And out the key comes. If you push that too far, that will fall out. So let me go grab our new key. So here is our new key. We're just going to fit it onto here. Line that up best we can. Here we go. Alright. Don't want to pull too far. Take our key. Have fun cranking this guy back down. Let's take our screw, get that started. Once that's in there, we can now loosen our key or our tool all the way up. And now we're done. So now, since ours was cranked all the way, we don't really have anything to go off of. I'm probably going to put this in a little bit more, match it up to similar to that, you know, bolts still below, plenty of threads showing. I don't want to crank it up too high. We won't really know until we get the truck sitting back on the wheels and tires, and then we can see what our measurements are. The main thing is we just want this and that to match, but sometimes that can also be off. So we'll measure the wheels and tires once we get it all back together. And then if we need to raise it, we'll screw this in. If we need to lower it, we'll unscrew this. And then that's exactly how you adjust it. All right, time to replace our front shocks. You're gonna need a 15 mil for the top bolt and then a 7/8 for this bottom bolt. You can get to the top one through the engine bay, but you're gonna have to put some vice grips on that top guy on this stock one because it's gonna free spin. So it's a little unfortunate. You gotta hold it with the vice grips up top, take it off with a wrench. When you put it back on, you don't have to do that. You can just zip it down with a standard. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this replaced. And liquid wrench is your friend on all these older parts. It'd be really great if I had a swivel wrench right now, but I don't. Hold the back side with a 7/8 and then crack this one off. Wow, this thing's got like no life in it. These definitely aren't the original, but they're definitely clapped out, and that's for sure. Put your cushions on, snake it up in here, and you can wait and cut the wire when it's on here. But if you did already do that or whatever, you can manhandle it and squeeze it back. Let's get our hole lined up. There we go. We'll just get this started on it. That one didn't go through the hole, but you can just grab it and guide it on up in there, just like that. Come through here. Pull that through. Grab your cushions, your little metal washer thing. Your 15 mil. Go ahead and throw that back on there. We can now tighten up the bottom. Now we can go through the top. There we go. Not quite as clapped as the front, but obviously I need a replacement. So I'm not even gonna film back here because it's super easy. Just 13/16, you need a wrench, hold the other end, zip it off, same thing up top. I already did the other side, super easy. Take those off, swap them out. Shouldn't have any issues there. Now, once I swap that out, we got to put the wheels and tires back on and then get to adjusting, measure everything, see how we're sitting. And I might be throwing the 24s on here because I'm going to be selling these, so I figured what the heck. At the end of this video, we might throw them on the truck because I know they're going to look amazing, but I don't really want to run these full time. and I do want to sell them because I got other things in mind. So I actually have another setup coming. So anyways, might throw those on, but I'm gonna go ahead and get that other shock swapped out, get the wheels and tires back on. We'll get to measuring, see if we need to adjust it any. All right, guys, well, here she is. Actually turned it down quite a bit. It was sitting at like 9 inches in the front, where it was at 5 3/4, or was it 5 1/2 in the beginning? It was at like 9 inches, turned it way down. It's now sitting at 7 in the front, which I think is about perfect. It's really not that noticeable with the stock tires on there, but about an inch, inch and a half worth of lean, which I think is about perfect. That's just the perfect, nice little classy bit of squat. It's not even really squat, it's just a little bit of lean. I think it looks perfect. First impressions on the ride, it is similar, but I think it did clean up some of the rebound, probably just from the new shocks. But it's definitely not any more harsh by any means. You do want to get an alignment after you do this, but I'm going to be installing some new tie rods next week, so I don't want to go get an alignment this week and then have to go get it done again once we do new tie rods, because we are beefing those babies up. But yeah, pretty easy install. I think it cleans it up if you're going. That's a drone. I thought I was walking up on some bees, dude. It's a freaking drone. But if your truck's sitting nose down, like completely stock keys, it's going to be a very noticeable difference when you put these in. Obviously, like I said, mine was cranked, so it did bring it up some though. Oh yeah, look at that, looks perfect. So when we get our new setup, even I guess I'm about to go throw the 24s on there to end this video off. It's going to be more noticeable, the little bit of a lean. I think it's going to look amazing. So overall, I think the kit works good. We'll have to see. I'll definitely give y'all an update once I get some good miles on this thing. I don't want to first jump it. Oh man, it rides amazing. I drove it 1 mile and it's amazing. No, I ain't gonna do that. But I will say it's not any more harsh than it was before, and it appears to be a little more better. A little more better, y'all. So anyways, I'm gonna go swap the 24s on here, at least for the end of this video. Not gonna stay on here, but I gotta see them on here before I sell them, right? We have to do that. So let's go swap them out. Dude, this thing looks freaking insane with the 24s on here. It changes the attitude so much having the black wheels on here. The 24s fit it pretty daggum good. It does rub. If we did keep this set up, we would definitely have to trim the front bumper. You don't get that much turn before it starts to rub, because yeah, that bumper pulls in pretty harsh and that's sticking out pretty hard. But dude, look at it. Oh my gosh, it is so freaking mean looking. Looks absolutely insane. I can't rock these for long because I have to make some pretty sharp turns throughout my week, and these would not work unless I cut quite a bit of my bumper. And then the plan was to sell these anyways, but I had to put them on here before getting rid of them because I had to see what it looks like. And it looks incredible. Dude, I freaking love it. Changes the attitude of the truck so freaking much. Look at the back. The back looks insane. Just meters, just tons of meat. Holy crap. And you can kind of see now more so the little bit of lean. It's not quite flat ground, but like I said, we're sitting at 7 in the front, and what was it, 5.5? Yeah, 5.5 in the rear. It's pretty much perfect, dude. That really honestly makes me want to get black wheels for this thing. I mean, we literally have them right here. I could just not buy any and keep these, but I got other plans. We already got another setup coming for this truck that is gonna look just as good or probably better in my opinion. So anyways, hopefully y'all enjoyed. I know I would typically break this up into two different videos, doing the leveling kit and throwing these on here, but I figured I'd give y'all a little treat, combine it all into one. Hopefully y'all enjoy that, and leave me some likes, some comments, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Should we keep these? I don't know, dude, it's tempting. It is tempting. I guess we could quickly look where we would have to trim. I wiped it off because it thankfully didn't peel the paint off, but it's about right here and down. This is where it's rubbing. You're not even getting a full turn out of it. So we'd have to chop that off if we did want to keep. I mean, you can look just how, I mean, that's half the tire is poking out past that fender. So we might have just as bad rubbing issues on the wheels and tires that I've already ordered. It's a completely different style, but we're just gonna have to see. Either way, we're probably gonna have to cut the bumper. At a minimum, take that little lower air dam off. Little sound test with the Land Spider Wildtraxx MTs. Wide boy. They're pretty freaking loud, but probably not as loud as our next tire. Not sure what video this will go in. Maybe it's at the end of the leveling kit video, but dude, had to get the two together. 24s look amazing on the Sierra. Love the poke, black wheels. As I'm a little bit sad going back to the stocks, but I'm excited for our next setup, and we got to get these things sold. But yeah, dude, I'm happy, dude. We got these two old trucks, and they just treat me right. Old Larry and Chomper, or Nancy, or whatever you want to call it. Nancy was what was underneath the dash, but Chomper is what we're, you know, I don't know. We'll have to see what y'all are thinking, but yeah, dude. Just can't beat this height truck. I know some lifted trucks look amazing. They give you a lot more options on wheels and tires, but I will just always love this clean baby squat. Oh my gosh, it looks insane. So anyways, I'm just sitting out here drooling, waiting, trying to stall for time before I have to go and put the stocks and 285s back on the Sierra, because it looks incredible right now, but it's not really drivable. Not for what I'm gonna need it for, or what I daily with. I do have some really tight turns that I have to make throughout the week, so I don't feel like cutting the bumper off today. We're gonna throw the stocks back on here, get the Hardrocks cleaned up, and get them gone, which got some future plans with Hardrock. Hopefully they'll all work out, we'll see. But yeah, Sierra and Larry looking freaking right.
Thank you.